What's going on, y'all? This 85 Sports Talk, and I'm gonna hit y'all with the fight prediction for the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. Actually, me going over the card is actually not that bad of a card. There's a couple, interesting fights on there. So I'm looking forward to the undercard. We got a couple of former champions, man, at the 154-pound division. They trying to get their names back in the mix. Jared Hurd, he fighting. Also Julian J. Rock Williams fighting. Julie Hurd is on the preliminaries. J Rock is on the main card. So those are gonna be two interesting fights to see. Where they at. They haven't really been active. They faced off in an incredible fight, two former champions. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, those two guys, man, two guys that was down there climbing in the pound for pound rankings at one point. So that'll be very, very interesting to see. So I'm gonna definitely tune in to that. Then you got Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello for I think that's the WBC title fight. It's a vacant title. Dev champion in recess right now. So, Alberto Puello, he got the victory over Gary Antoine Russell, in the WBC interim title eliminator. Well, WBC eliminator, but the interim title was on the line, and Puello ended up getting that. So it's gonna be very interesting to see Sandor Martin versus Puello, because Sandor Martin, he had a very tough fight with Tio Fimo Lopez that a lot of people would say he actually won the fight. So for him to actually get an opportunity like this, it's very, very good for him, man. Not the biggest name in boxing, but he definitely a tough guy. He got a big victory over Mikey Garcia. That's his, claim to fame. So definitely looking forward to seeing that. And, the 140-pound division is pretty stacked. That's for the WBC title. And, we got the Rayo versus Gary Antoine Russell, for the WBA. So that's 140-pound division. That's going to be a very interesting fight. And, Gary Antoine Russell, I think all the pressure on him, honestly, because he just came off of a very disappointing performance in a loss to Puello to get the WBC interim title. And, he would have been facing Sandor Martin, for that vacant title. So, to see, it was a close fight. It wasn't a lopsided ass victory or nothing like that. He just could have, been a little more busy and consistent, and I think he would have pulled the victory out. But anyhow, though, Rayo, man, coming off the victory over Pitbull Cruz, taking the WBA 140-pound strap off of him. Rayo had an incredible performance, showed and displayed great boxing. And shout out to Rayo, man. A lot of people speculated, which I also did too, that would be tanking Rayo, fighting. But, it didn't happen because of negotiations fell through. So definitely that's going to be the co-main event. Definitely should be a very good fight. Again, definitely looking out for Gary Antoine Russell to see what he do. He got a bright future, a very talented kid. So we and Rayo defending his belt. What a hell of a title defense to face a guy of that magnitude in the division. So should be a very, very good fight. And we get into the main event, Tank versus Roach Jr., man. And I don't know too much to say about this fight. Disappointing, when you first hear about it, but the dynamic of the fight and with guys not really jumping in there, you know, to take the Tank fight. It was definitely a lot of politics going on with negotiations, people, you know, um, dropping out of negotiations, shit falling through. It was just a bunch of waiting around, man. So, you know, Tank, you know, he fought a guy he got some history with. The guys from the DMV area as well. So they got that, you know, that dynamic going on. And it's two brothers, man, headlining the card. So that's definitely nice to see. I look at it like, you know, Tank breaking bread with one of his, you know, people he grew up with in the boxing world, man. And that's nice to see, you know, two brothers getting money together. Not brothers in the sense of like literally, but, you know, two guys that come from the same neighborhood, damn near, you know, opportunity to be on pay-per-view. That's what a dream come true, man. You know, Tank defending his WBA strap against the 135-pound division WBA strap against the 130-pound champion in Lamont Roach Jr. And you know, watching the weigh-ins, you know, Tank, man, he came in at 133 pounds, man. That was very impressive, man. You know, he probably can make 130. He didn't really look drained. He looked pretty healthy, you know, at 133. He looked in shape. And Lamont Roach actually came in heavier, man. He came in exactly at 135, so that was interesting. You know, the quote-unquote smaller guy in Roach, you know, coming up in weight and being right on weight, which kind of would make sense, you know, to try to keep as much power as you can or weight as you can. But you know, I don't know how this fight gonna end. It may end in an inevitable, you know, Tank with the KO. You know, he got the 94% knockout ratio, so you know that's gonna be definitely anticipated. Barclays Center gonna be on 10, man. You know, it's gonna be real lit. Shout out to them for you know, making this fight happen. It's not what everybody want to see, but you know, it's a stay busy fight for Tank until you know, the next fight. And he said he's calling somebody out, so we'll see what happened, you know, after this fight happened. I'm looking forward to a competitive fight in the first half. Definitely like a chess match. Lamont Roach is a very good boxer. I've seen a few of his fights. Actually, you know, bet on him one on a parlay on one of his fights. So I'm definitely familiar with him. He's definitely, you know, made a name for himself in that 130-pound division, arguably the best in that division. You know, with O'Shaquie Foster. So I don't know, man. We're gonna see what happens. Definitely looking forward to seeing Tank in the ring. You know, it's not against the best ideal person, but just the fact of seeing him in the ring after, you know, going through the shit that he was going through. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we get a great fight. And everybody, you know, man, be safe out there. I'm going to be coming back with y'all with the recap. And, man, everybody enjoy their day. And I'll be right back at y'all. And shout out to Bridger Talk. We got the podcast popping. First episode. Check it out on streaming platforms and 85 Sports Talk. And I'll be back with y'all. I'm out.